What's up, guys? It's me, your co-host, Jeremy Albelda. I'm here with everyone's favorite other co-host,
Dom Green.
But today, we want to talk a little bit about the difference between being in your 20s and 30s. I don't know if anyone knows here. It was my birthday last week. I'm 37 years old. That means I'm almost 40. That means I'm almost dead. How old are you?
Yeah, 38. So 30 great.
We're getting up there. But we were just kind of reminiscing about, you know, right after we finished school. For me, it was around 2009, 2010, and you were a little bit before
2008. It should have been 2008, but it was actually 2009, 2010.
And how did you like that time period of your life? I mean, I know, you know, graduating from college is a weird time because basically they spend all that 4 years and then they spit you out and you have no idea what the fuck you're supposed to do in life. But
you know what? 20s were weird years. And I will say about myself, I was finding myself. I was muscle bound. I had a mohawk.
We're going to put pictures about both of us from these time periods.
And also, I was literally just trying to stand out any way possible. I was seeking validation so much.
Yeah, I think I still am. But that's why I'm on this damn podcast.
Same.
But yeah, I got that under control. Yeah, the 20s for me right after school was a nightmare. I call it the dark ages because it was like there was no Uber yet. So you just drive hammered or with someone else who was hammered to get home or wait.
It was about who was less drunk.
Yeah. It's like, are you less drunk to drive?
It's like, yo, Jeremy, you had 5 beers, 3 shots.
Yeah.
I fucking had 7 shots.
Yeah, you blow each other's face.
And
yeah, you're
the Long Island iced tea.
Oh God, yeah, Long Island iced tea is literally just. It's like when the well at the bar and they're just spilling drinks all the time. They basically just pick it up and pour it into a glass
and
and
they
ice.
put some lemon on top.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Coke. It's a Coca-Cola. It's got Coke in it too.
Yeah. So obviously we didn't have good style in our clothes, nor did we have good style in our women or our drink choices.
Yeah. All right. So going out, hell. And I used to live in Miami, and I lived on South Beach, and most of my friends lived in Brickell, which is the downtown area, and you have to go across a causeway. There was no Uber yet. So, you know, I was actually pretty responsible after school because I was, you know, fucking around too much in college. Like, this probably isn't going to bode well if I keep living like this. So I'm like, I'm not going to really drink and drive. So I'd have 1 or 2 beers. I'd go over and around 11 or 30, be like, well, I guess I got to go home now because the taxi is $60 each way, and I'm barely fucking doing odd gigs on Craigslist to fucking pay for ramen noodles.
Odd gigs? What are we talking about?
Odd jobs.
We'll do this on another podcast.
Yeah, it's crazy, shittiest jobs. So no Uber. Then there was no online dating apps. So
actually, there was plenty of fish.
Oh shit! I remember that. You have to do it on
plenty
the computer.
of filth. Actually,
yeah, you have to do it on the computer. So you'd be like, you know, you're on your phone. It's always kind of like, oh, let me just play around. But you have to like premeditate. Like,
wait,
well, let me go see if I can find my life partner on the computer right now.
Okay, so it's 2000, 2008, 2009. What kind of cell phone did you have?
I think at this time it was when everyone had a BlackBerry.
A BlackBerry.
Right? Yo, what's your BBM? It stands for BlackBerry Messages for any Gen Zs here.
Yo,
it's like primitive.
It sounded like, you know, another acronym for BBC or something.
Yo, let me see your.
Where's your big black mail at?
Yeah, I was like, oh, whoa, in my pocket.
That's right here, baby. All here, large and in charge.
So everyone had that, and I remember like the really primitive internet on the phones. Like there was no apps. First off, there was no apps. Like there was like Facebook,
Snake.
Yeah. I downloaded Snake on my recent iPhone. I could still play that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's legit. Yeah, so communicating with other people was hard, right? There's no social media. You couldn't see what anyone was doing.
And the text messages came in buckets. Like you had to actually buy buckets of minutes or text. Like,
I don't know. What were you on? Cricket Mobile?
No, it was like T-Mobile or something. I actually was Sprint, but literally like the amount of minutes.
Amount of words instead of like letters.
Words,
so I remember my mom and dad would send me messages like HRU because they didn't want to use enough letters because they're getting charged.
Yes.
Cheap assholes.
So that was the birth of like the paraphrasing and acronyms.
Yeah.
Like literally we created that. So give us some credit, Gen Z.
Being cheap. But yeah, so then no dating stuff. That there was no Uber Eats or food delivery either.
Pizza. It was literally standard like pizza shuttle or something.
Yeah, and it's a scumbag pizza guy. He's like, no, what do you want? What do you want?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh, okay, 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
The death of the pizza guy. You like
Yeah.
literally, like I feel so
Yeah,
bad
pizza
for the
guy.
pizza guys.
Yeah.
Like they really got the shit in the
Yeah,
stick.
and this was pre like GPS too. You have to print out the instructions where you're going on MapQuest, and paper,
yes.
so that the delivery guy had to know where everything is. But you remember, you're going on a trip,
Hilarious.
you're in a city or something, have so dangerous. You have paper in your hand. You're like,
I totally forgot about that. Literally, we printed off our MapQuest to get down to Dallas, Texas, because I'm from Kansas City, to get our fake IDs. And we literally had to print it. And, 3 dumb idiots driving, maybe 8 hours away from home, we got lost and ended up going west to the mountains.
End up in Colorado.
Oh my God. But like those are the times that were really great about 20s because you could be very risky, like.
And no one knew about it because it wasn't documented.
No one knew about it.
Like you weren't documented. You can get away with a lot more.
A lot more. There's a lot of bodies buried. That's but like that's the thing about the 20s. I feel like for my 20s, it was about taking risks and maybe having some big reward, but like just really having a good time and knowing that you can kind of pay back all your debts later, I guess.
Yeah.
Including college loans.
Yeah. Still paying them. Yeah. Then the 30s came around and still had all the same problems, more addictions. I'm actually much happier in my 30s because I feel like I finally have some sort of a manly face because I have these large cheeks and I've always had this thick ass beard, but it's almost like it looks like I'm like a Lego head.
Jeremy
just like the beard on
went from a boy, now he's a man.
Yeah.
Kind of a man boy, if anything. But like, I feel like what we should do is kind of go back again and just say, okay, where was I supposed to be? I was 21 years old and I was thinking about all of these like great things that could be done in my life. And here I'm at, 38 doing a podcast in my late 30s. Really didn't envision me sitting on this fucking couch doing a podcast with Jeremy, but you know what? I'm happy to be here. So what'd you think? Where did you think that you were going to be when you were 21 years old? What were your aspirations?
I was actually way more like on point back then because there's nothing else to do. But I don't know if I'd be more proud of myself now than I was back then.
I love it.
But I'm happier now for sure because I feel like our generation dealt with so much weird mental. We used to put each other down all the time, right? It's just everyone was just being such a fronting and just negative energy, and then we kind of just decided it was bullshit to be like that to each other. And I think we're the generation that discovered kind of mental health.
Okay, so I do remember at one point in time there was a couple sites. One site was called The Dirty.
Oh yeah.
Another one was called Hot or Not.
Oh,
and
God.
so let's travel back to thedirty.com. So thedirty.com was basically any sleazeball that did anything and everything would be pretty much a PR nightmare online.
Yeah.
So,
and it was at universities and it was just absolutely destroying people, making shit up about girls and guys. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, I would say about 80% of it was not true, but I mean, there was 20% of truth in there that really made that compounded that interest for him to be a fucking asshole or her, just a nasty, sleazy. I'm not going to say it. Then Hot or Not. Hot or Not was basically you're just rating people based off their hot score.
And you would check yours about 10 times a day. And you were just hoping to get over 6.
My God. I feel like, I definitely didn't put myself on there because I didn't want to know what the reality was. I was 245 pounds, pure muscle, by the way. And I had a red mohawk at one point in time.
Jesus
Christ. I think I was for someone, but I wasn't for everyone. That's for sure.
I had another large black man that looked exactly the same.
Well, nothing like that. The accusations are not true.
So 30s, I feel like you kind of hopefully get more financially stable. You try and get on top of this. Getting into better shape definitely is a lot harder, but it's not where you start, it's where you end.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm the one decked out in Lululemon right here, bursting out of it. But
okay, all right, man. You're wearing all the brands today. Got Adidas, Lululemon, Puma over there. Yeah. I feel like the 30s is like where you really reflect on like doing the things that really bring you joy versus like just doing things because of peer pressure. And in my 20s, I felt like there was a lot more peer pressure and a lot of dick measuring, if anything.
Yeah.
And
a lot more acquaintances too, right?
Yeah.
Just a million acquaintances that you don't know anything about. You just go out and party with them. You don't give a shit about each other. And now I feel like, Dom and I and a few other friends, you have a much smaller friend group. And it's just like, what the fuck do I care about going out and being seen or pressed? I mean, sometimes, but
let's kind of talk about the club scenario too, because I feel like, when we were in our 20s and we were up in the club, dancing on couches, shaking up bottles,
throwing out napkins.
because we didn't want to throw the ones yet. You know, it felt like I didn't even really want to be there the entire time, but you still need to stand out. So you got to do something because you don't want to be the weird dude on the wall, you know, like just basically.
You mean grinding on the wall like this? It's like some chick just on you like this, and you're just like sitting there with like a rock of cranberry.
Grinding.
Some you don't know, you're grinding
on the wall and probably grinding your teeth, especially if you're in a Miami club. Sorry, Mom. But nonetheless, like you basically put yourself in scenarios like when you're in your 20s, you really just don't want to be there. And I felt like, you know, one thing that I wish I would have done better was like leave early because it's true. Nothing really good happens past 12.
Oh, you ever been in a club and they turn the lights on and you see how disgusting it is? And you're just like, oh,
yeah.
fuck!
It reminds me of Shallow Hal.
Yeah.
It's me. I'm having a good time. Like, dude, between the hyena and the giraffe.
Yeah. That's me because I'm fucking blind. So I'm in there. All I see is these blasting lights. I can't see anything. I'm just a fucking
shining on dude butt.
Yeah, just grabbing anything that walks by, man or woman. Just kidding. But
okay, yeah. Yeah, you're about to get like one of those cases, like class action lawsuit against Jeremy.
the phantom grabber in Miami between 2006 and 8.
If you've been groped by Jeremy Albelda,
by a small white man between the years 2006 and 2008, there might be a class action lawsuit. You're entitled to your money. Well, anyways, what do you guys think? What were the most, if you're hopefully even in your 30s, because I actually hope you're not in your 30s watching this, but
actually I looked at our demographics. It's in between the ages of 24 to 35. So we're right there.
Oh, perfect. So what did you like the most about your 20s or 30s? And what did you hate the most? And I imagine you hated more than you liked.
Okay. Do you have one last juicy story to tell about your 20s?
Yeah, one time I met up with someone on Casual Encounters from Craigslist, which is absolutely ruthless.
Dude, that is cutthroat.
Ruthless. Anonymous. Just showed up. Well, not anonymous.
Wait, no photo?
There was photo, but it was like
just a foot?
No face. And apparently the woman, I went to South Beach to meet up with her at a hotel. And I think I was 21 and she was, 35 or 40. And she was, she said she was supposed to meet up with some NHL player, but the guy fucking bagged her. And so she just went on there and just went fishing. And I guess I was on there for some reason. God. I'm telling the story, but I literally like went on there once or twice to see. And that time I was on there and I was like, I guess this is
pretty legit.
Yeah, and it was just wild. But,
okay. So mine's really short, but, I made out with one of my best friend's mom.
Jesus. Which one?
No say. No say. No say.
All right. That's enough from us. Like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Much love. What's the Scenario Podcast?